Now we are going to explore how the mail merge work. So let's take an example that the company is arranging an annual dinner event and we want to invite every employee of our company with the personalized email. So I want to write a letter that should look more dynamic, more personalized instead of just a journal invitation. So I want to use something like this. This is the subject of the email that I want to send it to everyone. The subject is invitation to the TechWave Solutions annual dinner event. This is our company name. And I want to mention here, dear person's name in this area. So every employee will be addressed with the personal name in the email. You can easily do this in Word. And the rest of the messages, we are excited to invite you to the annual dinner. The event details are as follows. This is the formal dress code, the venue and all. So this is a personalized invitation that I want to send to each individual employee. Now to make this dynamic and look like it is sent to every individual employee by mentioning the name. So here in the Excel sheet, we have the employee details where we have the first name, the last name, the department, address, contact number, and email ID. And by the way, guys, if you want to format the contact number in some other format, let's say I want dashes to be inserted and this number doesn't have dash. So instead of writing or rewriting it, what I can do is I can just select the whole details. Make sure you only select the numbers and then I will go to the format cells. And from here, if we check special, we might have some options here to format as a phone number. But if we don't find this one, don't worry, you can just format it according to your requirements. Select a 0 here in the custom and we can select whatever format we want. Let's say after a 555, we want a dash. So we will write here 3 zeros and then a dash, then again 3 zeros, then a dash, then again 3 zeros or 4 zeros, then a dash. So whatever format you will select, you will see the sample of this here. So now if we want to add a plus sign and 1 and then a space, it will be formatted in the same way. Now if we click OK, you will notice that you will get all the contact numbers like this. So this is just for an example. You can take according to your country code requirements, format that accordingly. And by the way, guys, we have the complete basic to advanced Excel course on the latest software. And I will link the coupon code of this with the link of this video so you can check that out as well. And with this said, let's move back to our topic. Now, for example, I want this first name to be picked from Excel sheet. Now, how will we connect these two? It's very simple. We will use a mail merge feature for that. I'll go to mailings and from here, I will click on select recipient. And here we already have the list, right? So we will not choose type a new list. We will use an existing list because we have that list in Excel. I'll just select this. And now let's go to the drive. And now we will select our Excel sheet and click open. It will show you this screen where it asks you to select the table. Right now we only have one sheet and a single table in our Excel workbook. Otherwise you might have seen different tables. So here we will select this and make sure that the first row of data contains column headers. So since we have first row as headings in Excel sheet, we will keep this option checked and let's click OK. And now our Excel and the Word is connected. Now this is just mentioned for the sample. After dear, I want to mention the first name. So in the mailings tab, let's go to insert merged field. And from here, you can pick all the fields directly from Excel. So whatever you want to mention here, you want to link it here. So here I want to use the first name and the rest of message will remain the same. But even though if we are, let's say in another scenario where we are mentioning the customer balances and we want to notify them. So in that case, we want a customer name here. We want the balance field. Let's say here, what is the balance due? So let's say this is the balance. And let's say we want to insert some other fields. We can insert the multiple fields here as well. So it depends on situation. You can link all the sheets according to your requirements. And now that we are done, we can simply click on preview results. And as you can see that here it's mentioned, dear John. If we click on next, dear Sarah, dear Michael, dear Emily, dear David, all personalized emails are now ready. And this is all the pages mentioned right here. But if you want to see all the individual pages as well, you can click on the finish and merge, and let's click on edit individual documents, and we will select merge all records. Here, now we will see each individual documents created with the personalized name. And you will notice that it is open in a new Word document. So let's just close this, and I don't want to save it at the moment. Now to insert a date that is automatically updated every time, we will go to the insert tab and we will select the quick parts, and from here we will select the field here. So you can insert any field, but I'll choose the date here, and you can choose the date format as well. So if you want to insert a detailed date, you can choose any one of them, or otherwise if you want to go with a simple one, you can select this. We also have the option to use Hijri lunar calendars or follow a particular format. And whenever the date is updated, we want to preserve the formatting, so we will keep this option checked, and let's click OK. So this is the date that works as a field, and it will be updated automatically whenever you open the document, or otherwise if you want to update it while you are in the document, just select this field and click on update from here, and that should work. Now for example that you haven't mentioned the dear in the format, so what we can do is we can also insert that. Let's say we want to insert something here. We can go to the mailings tab, and here we found an option of greeting line. That is an awesome feature where we can insert it later on. It will be inserted like dear, to, none, whatever, and it will end with a comma, or greeting line for invalid recipient names, dear sir or madam. So whenever it doesn't find any name, it will address them as sir or madam. So it mentioned here, dear Robert Williamson, the full name. So let's click here, and it will be inserted in this way. Similarly, you can use to mention the address here. For example, I want to mention the address of the person as well. So what we can do is we can simply click on address block from here, and it will be shown something like this: the name of the person and the address. So insert the recipient name in this format. We also have some other formats as well. So it depends on whether you want to mention the full name or just the first name. So let me choose this one. Insert the postal address, format address according to the destination country region. So click OK. And now you can see that the format will be like this. Let me just check for other results, and let's confirm it once with our original data in Excel. So as we can see for Daniel Anderson, this is the full name, and it also picks the address automatically from the address block. So we have actually both options. If you want to quickly insert the greeting line and the address block, you can use these features. Otherwise, if you want to manually go and insert each individual field by yourself, you can go to this insert merge field where we see all the fields here, and we can insert it by ourselves wherever we want. Now also, let's say that you want to print or email all of the employees, but some employees you don't want to email them. So you can edit the recipient list. Although it is directly connected to the Excel sheet, but you can still uncheck or check some of the employees. As we can see here that it wrongly picked up some empty fields as well. We will check that later on, but just for an example, let's uncheck some of them. So let's say we don't want to send the invitation for these two. Let's click OK. And now we have the customized invitation list. Now we can customize even further. If we go back to edit recipient list, we can see that we have all the refined recipient list as well. If you want to sort it according to, let's say, first name, or you want to send or arrange them alphabetically, what you can do is just sort it by, let's say, first name, and then let's say by department. So it will prefer the first name in the sorting and then the department name. So let's sort this, and we will see that it is now arranged firstly by the alphabetical order and then by department. So these fields are already unchecked. What we can also do is, if we are doubtful that we have the database that is entered multiple times of the same employee and we don't want to send the invitation twice. So as you can see that we have checked that all to see how the find duplicates work. So if we click on find duplicates, whatever is found as duplicate, it will highlight all of these, and then you can simply filter out from here that I don't want to send them the invitation like this. Now we can also set some conditions here. Let's say that I insert a new field here and I want to mention the gender here. So let's quickly mention the gender. So I have mentioned the gender here. Now how will I update the Word document? Because if we click on mailings and insert field, we cannot see this updated field right here. So what we can do is we can just save this and just close that and reopen that document. So whenever you are connected with the Excel sheet, it will ask you for this. Opening this document will run the following SQL command. So do you want to run and update your database? I'll click yes. And now we should see the updated field. So if we go back to mailings, in search field, and here we see the gender. Now I want to set some rules here. Let's say I want to address them personally, that if the person is male, I'll write here, hi sir. But if the person is female, I'll write here, hi miss. So we can also set these conditions. That is amazing. We will go to the mailings tab and we can set the rules here. And here we will try if then else rules. So if the gender equals to male, we will insert a text here. Make sure the cursor is at this point. We will write hi sir. Otherwise we will keep it blank if the gender is not mentioned, but you can set the else conditions as well. So let's try this. Click OK. And now let's add the condition again. Let's go to the rules. If then else, if the gender equals to female, we will insert hi miss and click OK. Now let's check. Whenever it's male, it says hi sir. When it's female, it addresses them as miss. So you can check here how the conditions are set, and this is amazing. Now similarly, when we are done with all the settings, we can again go to mailings, finish and merge, and click edit individual documents. Right now we are under preview results, but if we want to see the individual documents, we can merge all the results, and we have individual documents right here where it has mentioned the department, the name, and the greeting with hi sir or hi miss. So you can see here how it is customized for each. So I want you to practice this amazing feature of mail merge. It will be very useful for you, not just to send the email of invitation. You can use it in any scenarios. You can print a lot of labels, greeting cards. You can even print multiple checks by using the check printing format. And the uses for this mail merge feature is limitless. You can use it in any situation where you want multiple data to be printed by connecting to the Excel sheet. So just try it by yourself, and I will see you in the next one.